welcome back. All right, we're going to be working on the 71 Camaro today, aka Booger. I did some filming, but right now we're doing the car with the 70s vibe, and what I did was I built a set of shackles for it, and got the butt up in the air a little bit. So now, let me see if camera angle. It's really weird. Now, when I take pictures of it or video of it, the back end doesn't look that high, but when you look at it by eye, it looks really badass. And the problem we had before was the rear tires were rubbing when the car would articulate, because where we live, everything's like on a hill, so you got to pull in, cars articulating, and we screwed up a pair of tires that way. So I built a set of shackles that are extended to bring the butt up in the air, and also to give it a little bit of that 70s vibe. So right now we're going to be working on today is a set of homemade side pipes, 3.5 inch. What's that mean? Badass. So I got my pipe, got some elbows, I got it's over here, I got a kick out, and some other fittings to made up to the 2.5 inch, well actually yes, 2.5 inch exiting through the collector of the headers to this. Plus we do have, these are the collectors, not the collectors, these are the reducers I'm going to be using. And then to give a little bit of back pressure, which is needed, I'm going to be putting this auger in here. That slips in, and you throw a weld on the edge here, and it pretty much keeps it in there. So that's the project for today. What I'm going to be, first thing I'm going to do is get this welded on. This has a slight, very slight difference in diameter from the elbow to the pipe. I'm going to get this figured out. So you can see on the right here, well, it could move over a little bit. Bear with me. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. Like shaking like I got a problem. Alright, so I'm gonna mount it up like this, and this little edge that's gonna be, this is the little difference right here, that'll be towards the back, the inside of the car where you won't see it. So this way the face of it, the top and the front face of the pipe will look perfect. So I'm gonna work on getting this set up, and we will get back into this. This might be exhausting. All right, got a couple tack welds going. 1, 2, the other side. So we're going to get this set up here. And gonna continue welding up here. around it, what I'm going to do now is run the sanding wheel over it, knock it down, make sure there's no pinholes, and proceed. So we got this ground down. There is still a little line in it. I did use a MIG welder. I may use some of the USC all metal on here just to smooth the crack in here, but these are going to get flat black, and the stuff that you're sitting here focusing on is really not going to be seen anyway, but because I want to at least try to make it as best as I can, I am gonna put some of that on there and sand it, and then that stuff is pretty high heat stuff that shouldn't be bothered from the exhaust. So next thing up is we're going to put this auger in, which is a I guess what you call a little sound deadener. So helps kick some of the sound down. So let's get that. Going to put the ground clamp on the other side now. Flip this around. Alright. Now this will go in like so. Kind of reminds me of a jet ski impeller. So I'm going to put it right to the edge here. This way I could throw a quick stitch right here, and that'll secure it. So let's get the welder fired up. Should more than hold that thing in there from also rattling around too. That's one thing I don't want, but it fit tight in there, so there shouldn't be any rattling regardless. But well, the next piece is going to be the kick out, which I have one over here in the bag still. I got all these parts from Speedway Motors. They seem to have the best pricing on all this stuff. I try to get it from the same place because a lot of times they get their stuff from the same people too, and this way your dimensions are pretty close from what they use. That slips over like that. It does have this clamp here, so I did another exhaust like this without, with the slip-on. At first I wasn't too crazy about it because of the line, but I did it in the flat black, and the thing just looks so cool anyway, and I just kind of look right past this. I know some of you are probably saying, why don't you cut it and butt weld it? Well, if I ever want to take this apart and whatnot, then I could just slide this out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring this far out as I can within reason, What I gotta do is weld a tab here that comes out so it can mount to the car, you know, the rocker area to help support it. So next thing I'm gonna do is get set up and reluctantly get under the car. My knee hurts today. I just kicked the 36 yesterday with my kneecap and on the frame, and I've been hobbling around, so not so good today. Anyway, all right, well, we'll get back to what's going to go on here. Well, this is in continuation to our project side pipe project on the 71 Camaro, aka Booger. And well, the girlfriend's at work, and perfect storm. Her son came out to come see her on super sweet, and we're gonna surprise her by hopefully finishing the side pipes that we started, you know, some weeks ago. And you know, things get sidelined, you know. It's always the loved ones who get affected. So we're gonna get started. I have the one pipe started, and the other one as well, but this one I made some of the bracketry. Nothing for the back yet, but for the front. And then what actually stalled the project was I needed some flex connectors to be able to give a little bit of flex in the exhaust. You always want to have the ability for the engine to torque and not wunkle out all the pipes. So got those on order. They came in, and so now we should be able to get everything handled. So all right, I'm going to move some stuff around and get everything in position and get the car up on jack stands. My least favorite thing to do. Yeah, I hate putting stuff on jack stands. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching and start working. Let's get you up to speed where we're at. So this is the pipe that came off of the header. There's the collector down there. And here's the flex pipe. I just threw a couple tack welds on the one side, but I finish welded it on the other side. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bolt this to the header, and then I'm going to measure where I need to make my cut, and gonna put my my 90 on here to run right back to the front of the side pipe. So that's where we're at. So hold on. All right, so we got the side pipes on. I'll do a little bit more video on what they look like. We're kind of in a thrash session here. All right, John, give it like 2 pumps and then crank it. A little rattle on one side.